Okay, this is part two of what we're doing, which is silence and stillness. Spending, starting maybe with a few hours, and once we get the hang of it, especially during full moon, or it could be at any time, spending, if possible, a day or two. It can be alone or it can be with friends, but we don't talk to each other, we don't look at each other, and we don't use our phones, and we cannot read. So, what does this do? It actually is the most beautiful experience. I can really, how can I say, how can I make you believe that? You just have to try it. But it is one of the most beautiful experiences because it turns us in. Silence is tuning to what's inside of you, and hand in hand with stillness. So this goes depending on the person, which one is better. Meaning, some people can do the silent retreat. You can do it at home. You can do it in nature. Some people, it's very easy. For some people, it's more difficult. And for others, meditation is easier, or it could be more difficult. But they both support each other. This is why it's so important. Because if you're having a hard time meditating, and if staying in silence is your thing, if it's easy for you, then it will help your meditation dramatically. It's the medicine for meditation. And the same way, if silent time is difficult for you, and if you're better in meditation, then the daily meditation will help your silent retreats. What is it good for? I myself, I get answers to every question I have. Creativity peaks. Very good for anxiety. Also, as the very famous subject now, inflammation, stress, anxiety is just the most effective therapy for all those things. How we do it is in each city, we are doing this in 5 cities around the world, and in each city, we're small groups, but in each city, we have people who don't want to do this. Let's say if we have here in this town, in this beach town, 4 homes, for example, 3 of the homes won't want to do it. And then we all gather in one home, the ones who want to do the silent retreat. Okay? And we ask for one of or two of the people to bring our food. We don't want to focus on food, but we also don't want to get hungry. So we have a breakfast that's light, a tea or a coffee, and something small next to it. And then an early dinner, also light. We don't want to put too much load on digestion. One thing is we need to wake up at 3:30 a.m. So naturally we sleep early and we wake up at 3:30 a.m. and the time between 3:30 a.m. up to 5:30 is, as we said before, is when the veil is the thinnest. The curtain is the thinnest between matter and meaning. or I should say, between your mind and your soul. So, after this an hour and a half sitting or walking in the garden, you could be doing this in nature. That's so much better. And we do a meditation, usually half an hour, 45 minutes before the sunrise, like we did this morning. And then we do some light exercise. It could be yoga, it could be Tai Chi, it could be Qigong, or a mixture of both. You know, everybody has a different physique. For me, yoga is a bit tough. I'm not a very flexible person, so I mix it up with some Tai Chi and some other more easy exercises. Walks in nature is fantastic. Going for swims is incredible. But all this needs to be done alone. And you can't also look at each other in the eye. You can see people on your peripheral vision, but you cannot look at them in the eye. If it's really important, you can write what you need to write on a piece of paper if it's an emergency, and you can hand it to the facilitator. There's usually one, I won't say a manager, but like a senior person who's done this many times. So he will like take the food when the food is brought, and he will serve it, and then he will pick it up, and then you give your note to him. You have to assign these things to one friend. So going back to recap all this, these three parts that we explained in our videos, the meditation, and like I said, if you're not able to meditate, then you chant. If your mind is too busy where you cannot sit for long periods of time in silence, then you chant, you dance, whatever works for you. But if you can meditate, then you do the daily meditation. The gap is key. So we don't want to give a gap. This is very, very, very crucial. Let's try not to. Obviously, things happen, and sometimes we need to, but this is the most crucial part, because the meditation, the mind is just like the human body. There's a mind body, and I can talk to you for hours about meditation. You can read about it, you can talk about it, but if you don't do it, if you don't practice it, the mind doesn't develop that discipline. It's the repetition. As you meditate, the mind will be more ready for it. It will get the hang of it, basically. So, not giving the gap is very important. So the meditations. So once we do the monthly, one day, if you can 2 days, if you can't half a day, if you do the silent and the stillness, then the rest of the month, if you have the time, before your meditation, you do part of that turning in before the breath exercises. Let's say you meditate at 6 p.m. or in the morning, but half an hour before, sit alone and do a mini silence and stillness retreat daily if you can, until the next silent retreat you will do. And between all this, what weaves all this together is nature. And that's given. Everybody feels good. I swam yesterday. It was way too cold today. I didn't, but 10-minute swim is going to make the biggest difference. I'm sure you know that. And we all have busy lives. And what we're offering here is, this is something you need to add on. Okay? So, hello. This is something you need to add on to your life. And the amount depends to you. This is a blind dog. So the more you do the meditations, you can do it once a day, or twice a day. Um, Twice a day is more effective. But whatever you can do, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, such a beautiful animal. Street dog. And silent retreat. The full moon is 2 days, sometimes 2.5 days. Do it a day or 2 days, whatever you can do. And however many times you can swim or go for a walk barefoot if you can, in the woods, on the beach. Watch the sun, fire, and air, breath. There's so much to say about breath, and we'll make small mini videos about all these subjects. This is just for the group. If you want to join us, and everything is within us. It's all about remembering, like we said. There's nothing to learn. Learning is of the mind. The soul has all the information, and you light your own light within you, and together we illuminate more. That's it.